Hi, I'm Tiffany Kennan. Welcome to Tuesdays with Tiffany. So I'm walking through the process, the design process that I use when I'm working on a project for a client. Last week I talked about the investigation process and what that looks like. If you missed that video, you can go back and look at it there on my Facebook page. But today I want to talk about the actual design plan, when I put a design plan together. So the first thing that I need to do is measure. It's very important to measure the space. I need to know how much space I am dealing with, how much space I have, and the measurements of the entire floor plan of the space. That's very important. If you don't have exact measurements, you don't know what's going to fit into it. So then the next thing that I do is a little research. I love to do research online, finding items that I think will work, a little design inspiration as far as trends that are coming on. And I put together some images and links to furniture and things like that that I'm thinking are going to work in the room. Then I need to draw out the room. So I use my trusty ruler and a piece of paper and a pencil. I am old school, big time. I find that most of my clients just need to know what it's going to look like, bird's eye view, and so that's what I do. I think sometimes computer programs can distract the client from things like, well, I don't like that lamp that you put there or that chair that you put there. Well, that's just stock items out of the program. So this actually seems to work better for me. So I sit down and I draw it out to scale so that we are sure that everything fits where it's supposed to. So everything is drawn to scale. So that's a very important thing to do. Then what I do is I contact contractors. If the client doesn't have any, I contact contractors that might be needed, like an electrician or some carpentry things that might need to be done. If the client needs help with that, I reach out and get them scheduled and into the space to see it. Then I start the design process. I start laying out furniture, trying different configurations, looking at different color schemes with the paint. That's what I do. It's important to start with a design inspiration, that one piece where all the colors are pulled from and the style is pulled from. You've heard me talk about that in past videos, but that is important to have that. So I want to take that design inspiration piece into consideration when I'm doing my designs. Then I make an appointment with the client and I sit down with 2 or 3 different options of what to do. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 different options on an accent chair. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 different options on furniture layout. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 different options on color scheme. But it's important that the client has options. Then the 2 of us work through that together and say, well, we like this part of this and we like this part of that. Let's mesh those together. So that is how the next step in my design process goes. If you are working on a project and you think that these steps will work really well for you and you'd love to work with me, give me a call. You can reach out to me through my Facebook page or my website, Kennan Interiors. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for the next step. Thanks.